Love Jules. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing this Friday? And welcome to Juani's Playhouse, girl. We about to have some fun. We're about to have some fun. Hello, everybody. Come on in. I need to let me know that you guys can hear me okay. I'm waiting for my host to come in. Here comes one. Hello, my friend. Um, hey, lady.
Hi.
Don't you look beautiful?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you for joining us. We're waiting on Madisha, and I think we're gonna have a good time. Let me change the orientation of this. I think no, not that one. Well, I think it'll even out once Madisha comes on. I think. Okay, there we go. Yes. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm glad it's Friday.
Oh my gosh, I know. So am I. So am I. This was a long one for me. It
It
really
felt
was.
pretty long for myself. It was kind of a little bit of an emotional week, a little
Oh,
bit.
oh,
Um, Being a mom of a special needs child, actually, both of my boys are on the spectrum, and this week was my oldest son's IEP meeting,
mm-hmm.
and he's getting ready for high school. So
Oh,
I'm going to have a freshman, and I
oh
can't
my,
take it right now.
oh my gosh. Oh my God. I totally understand. My nephew's,
Yes.
he's autistic. And so,
Yes.
girl,
It's a lot.
yes, it is a lot. It is definitely a lot. And trying to get everybody's head wrapped around
Yes.
that and
Yes.
understanding, what that means. And
Yes. I feel like I'm always teaching somebody something, but you
yes,
have those that'll get it and then those that just don't want
then those
to
that
get
just don't
it.
exactly. Yes, so at least you're good. You're one of the moms who is really into it and trying to help. I've been having the hardest time with my sister-in-law and her wrapping her head around it and what everything's mean. I'm like, he is. I'm like, he's nothing's wrong with him that way.
No, it's
He
not
just learns differently, and um,
right.
and the things that he understands them differently.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been an interesting roller coaster. It started for me over 10 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, like right when he was about 16 months, that's right actually when he started to walk,
Mm-hmm.
and he regressed, and it's just a number of things. So for me, not having someone else to confide in about what I'm dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was on my own reading everything. You name
Yeah.
it, I was there. And so now it's gotten better
Yes.
over
Yes.
the years because we have so much help and so many things like that. But yet, like I still said, you still have that small group that get it. And
Yes.
I have a cousin, actually, her daughter just did a beauty pageant, and she
Mm-hmm.
was actually given an award for I think the prettiest girl or something like that. I can't full on remember exactly what it was,
Uh-huh.
but she actually started a foundation behind it. She's 17, so she's getting ready to graduate next year. So she actually started a foundation called Autism's Beauty, and they just did their
Oh,
first actual walk in the park earlier this month. So it was a lot of fun.
oh my goodness. That is beautiful.
Yes, and I had a ball. The boys had a ball. I got them out there
Oh,
to dance a little bit, but it was a good thing. It was hilarious because I'm trying to work on getting them to come out of their shell. A lot of people don't know that they think that there's something wrong with them. There really isn't.
no.
It's just they learn differently, like you said, and they are so brilliant when it comes to certain
Oh,
things. Oh my
yes.
God, my oldest loves to play the drums.
Oh,
That is
yes.
the thing. He taught himself. I'm like, I don't know how you did it, but okay.
Yes. Yeah, and that is my nephew. In school, he's in the third grade, and the music teacher is like, he is amazing with
Their
music.
minds are brilliant.
Yes,
They
yes.
really are.
And they're very, very sensitive, and they internalize everything.
Yes.
Maditra, I put the link in the it's down, it's in the feed. Let me put it. Oh, there you go. Hi everyone. In the it's down. It's in the feed. Let me put it. Oh, there you go. We got feedback. In the it's down. It's in the feed. Let me put it. Oh, there you go. Hi, Elisa. In the it's down. It's in the feed. Let me put it. Oh, there you go. We still get feedback. In the
Oh,
it's down. It's in the. Okay, let's see.
It's good now.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
now.
it's good now.
Yes. All right, we're good. Thank you. Oh, you look so pretty.
Thank you. I tried to do something. Just a little something. Just a little something.
That's what I said. Just a little something.
Just a little something. Yes. All right. So, hello everyone, and welcome to this Saturday's Juani's Playhouse. So, just to give you a little backstory for this, is actually, I have my Playhouse gang, and then I have like people who I just want to bring up and invite on here with me because we had some type of vibe, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they will be good for this topic, and they will be good for this other topic, and so I invited these two phenomenal ladies on here for this topic because I was like, I need to talk about this because I need to talk about it. And so the forum is actually based off of, how I interact with my girlfriends here. And you guys, I consider you guys, y'all are my virtual girlfriends, my intangible people.
Yes.
And so and that's how I want it to be. I want it to be like very free, very open. There's no judgment here, but it's how we communicate as women and how we learn from each other.
Okay.
So what I want to first do is I want to I'm gonna introduce you guys.
Okay.
And then, I want you to tell something about yourself or say something about yourselves. And so the first person I'm going to talk about is my girl, Madisha. Now, I know y'all know Madisha because if I'm doing it, I can count on about 15 of y'all always going to be there and show up for me. And Madisha is always there. And she is always the one. She is not shy at all. She was like, Juani, I come on there. I have something to say. And she was like, oh, and I have something else to say. So I was like, oh, yeah, she's the right one for this one. So, Madisha, go ahead and tell us something about you.
I don't know what to say. I just like to talk. There ain't much to say. I just like to talk. I don't know. Because when you meet me,
tell
you
them
be
where
like,
you from. If y'all can't guess, where is she from, guys? Oh, now she don't want to say anything. Now she don't want to talk.
I'm from Louisiana, so you got.
Oh, you're not that far from me.
Yeah.
Where are you, Lady O?
Mobile.
Oh, okay. No,
well, that's not that far.
Not that far at all.
Not that far. And you are actually not that far from me.
Yep.
Exactly.
And why do you wait for me to take that trip to Atlanta? So I guess
I keep talking about, okay, Madisha, when you coming? When you coming?
Oh my goodness. I'm a single mother. Let me see. What else can I say? That I was married for 20 years, but separated for 10. And how you be married and and divorced, kind of like separated, but not divorced. And being single, I was celibate for 10 years. I didn't date nobody. I didn't. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's like I didn't see the ins and outs when I started dating from a wide range of ages, different races. So it's like I had my share of ups and downs. But and I'm, like I said, I'm a single mother of 2, 1 grandson. And I spoil a lot. But that's basically it. And I'm very creative. I like to do all kind of stuff. So you can't ask me to do something and I say, I can't do that, but I'm gonna try.
He's gonna try.
Yes. Other than that, it's just me. I like to talk. So sometimes I can ramble on and go on forever and ever. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And Madisha is newly dating. So yeah, she's newly dating, y'all. So yes, we're trying to get our girl out there.
Yes.
And so our next panelist is my new sister, y'all. If you guys came to the Galentine, oh my goodness. She had all of us on here like, what?
I know. Huh?
What? And you
Taking
do
notes
what?
and all.
I was taking notes.
We were taking notes. My sister came and she educated the crew because your girl, she ain't no novice over here, but she even had my mouth open. I said, okay.
I remember.
So I invited our sister, Miss Lady O, to join us. So, Lady, go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Okay, a little bit about me. I'm like Madisha. I like to talk. My husband has to tell me to be quiet sometimes, but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
We will be married for 15 years next month. A mom of two. I was just telling Juani a little bit earlier. They're on the spectrum, so that's a little bit of a roller coaster, but I'm enjoying life as is. I love to create things. I honestly think I get that from my mom, and she has been my go-to inspiration for all things. And having a new home, we actually just bought a house last summer, so yes, the experimenting, figuring out what I like, what I don't like. I'm decluttering every other day, it feels like. So I'm like, where did this come from? I have too much stuff.
Yes.
And want all new stuff all at the same time. I'm like, this is something interesting for me. So I do remember the live that I did, and I remember I was nervous. Weirdly enough, I got nervous. Yes, I know, right? I said she was gonna say, why were you nervous? But I was. Till I got comfortable enough, and I'm like, you know what? That's a conversation that everybody needs to have. And having a group of girlfriends, virtual or close by, we all need to have those type of combos. So
exactly. So y'all get me. That is awesome. You get me.
Yes.
So this conversation, everybody was talking about it, I think, last week. And for those of you who did not hear about it, it was about DJ Envy. He's one of the DJs on the Breakfast Club. And his wife did an interview. I think she did an interview with something. But anyway, I'm going to read to you part of what she said in the interview. And then there's another part that she said. And so I want to discuss it, and I want to discuss like why we do the things we do. The whole thing about going that long, without having an orgasm. Women never have experienced the orgasm. Just all those types of things. So I'm gonna read the article, and then we're gonna discuss it. Okay, so the part that I'm gonna start at is she says, we would be intimate and he would be putting his best foot forward. He lives to make me happy. So I would see him trying and really going to work, she continued. You want to reward that you want to reward that man for that work. And the only reward that you have to offer is an orgasm. But even if I didn't feel it, I would still be performative. Okay. That was the first part. The second part that she says, in retrospect, Casey says she realized she couldn't help reach orgasm because she didn't know what she needed to get there. And I was like, wow. That is a conversation, because I think us as women, we can all say that there have been a time that, you just want to get it over with, and you just, okay, yeah, I'm here or whatever, even when you may have not been there.
But for 10 years, though?
For 10 years.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Okay, when I first saw the email.
From me?
Yes, from you.
Okay.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning here, and I had an hour to get up next. I'm like, I know I didn't just read this. Wait a minute, 10 years? Those were my actual thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me go back to sleep. Let me wake up because I'm going to reread this later and get back into it. And when I read it and I did my own research on it, I'm like, she really did say 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how do you get to that space? And I did read a little bit of the article myself and caught a couple of the YouTube videos about it that basically said where once she got into it, how do you stop? Mm-hmm. And she felt like she just had to keep doing the act itself. Mm-hmm. I don't, ma'am, how did you do that? How did you wrap your head around that mindset that, okay, I've done it once, I've done it this long. And it was 10 years into their relationship. Yes. They'd already been married for 10 years. Mm-hmm. So how did you get to this place where you felt comfortable enough to be like, I'm going to keep this up? And then when you bring it up, that was the part for me that was like, oh, wow, you just being petty. And she was petty when she brought it up. Yes. Because of the...
It's your husband?
My husband just walked in.
I know it.
We've already had this convo, so I know his thoughts on it already.
Oh my goodness! Okay, I would.
Yes, we had a full-on conversation about it. He was hilarious. I would say the most.
I'm sure he was.
His thoughts were, if you can do it for that long and not tell me, we're getting a divorce.
Oh my god!
We're getting a divorce. Yes. The next day, you gonna have the papers. The very next day.
He said the next day.
The next day.
because like she said he was putting it in.
Yes, he was putting in work. Thought he was doing everything he was supposed to do. And I'm like, number one, how do you do that to your partner? Mm-hmm. Not just to yourself, but to your partner for that long. And it crushed his whole spirit.
Yes.
He literally said that. And she said that's what actually led to the infidelity that occurred later on down the line a couple years later. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, how? And most importantly, why? I get that she said she didn't have an orgasm, or she couldn't figure out her own self, her own body. That's what she felt lost at. But that's where communication come in. This is where you have a conversation with your partner of like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like.
Yes.
Let's teach each other, because it's a teaching process. It's a learning process. You're going to want something totally different a year from now, 6 months from now, that you weren't interested in beforehand. So why not have that conversation, and why not keep being petty when she could have prevented it? Because as being the wife, you are his partner. You are his lifeline. And he's trusting you in a very intimate space. So why make him feel vulnerable, and why not make him feel like he is important to make those decisions with you? I get that you don't know yourself, but help him learn you at the same time, and you learn some new things.
That's right. Madisha, what are your thoughts?
To fake it that long, I mean, I know they were young for it, but maybe that's what the cause of it, because she probably, I don't know, was she a virgin before she met him and not knowing what it was?
I think so. I think she said,
because
she said they were each other's first. Yes.
Yeah, for like a whole year or something like that.
Well, that kind of explains some of it, but man, for 10 years.
10 years.
Ooh, to fake it. And it's
that's
like
a long time not to like
leave them on. Yeah. that's really telling a lie for 10 years.
Yes. A continuous lie for 10 years.
Mr.
O.
Yes, you saw what I was doing. He stated there like, that's a long time. You're gonna have to make a part 2 to this to bring them in.
You know, I am because Mr. B and I had a conversation, and girl, he looked at me sideways because he had not heard about it.
I didn't either before you mentioned it.
So he thought, he was like, "That's not true." He was like, "So what you trying to say?" So what? I was like, "No." I'm like, "This is true. This is true." So we had a big discussion about it also.
Yeah,
Yes.
one thing, I'm not gonna fake it. If you're not gonna do it, you can't do it. I'm not gonna fake it. And if you're doing a good job, you go tell my facial expression. but but yeah, I do know. No, don't fake it. No, because you're misleading them because they think they're doing something. They're gonna keep trying to do the same thing over and over to get you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that was my thought. I was thinking, okay, so okay, let's say hypothetically, okay, with them we know they were. I think if I read correctly, they were each other's first. They,
Correct.
so they did not have a lot of history. But for us who may have had a little bit of history, and you had some that made you spin around in the room, and some that made you want to go hide in the closet.
Correct.
So how how I'm just being real. But for some women who have been in relationships and haven't experienced that, and they may have faked it the entire part of their relationship because that's what they knew the end result was supposed to be. You know what I mean? So and like she said, and I think it goes back to like Lady O was saying, women not knowing their body or not knowing what feels good to them, because in society we're really not supposed to be having this conversation.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Huh?
That's
but y'all know I'm not her. I'm not her.
And then other than how you gonna learn if nobody talk about it?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, we educate each other.
Exactly.
It was something my aunt said long time ago. She said, "Does he make your toes curl?" And I was like, "Okay, so that's what an orgasm is when your toes curl." Because my mind said,
in your
because
mind, exactly.
Yes.
But when you talk about that, because my mom, she was real open with me. Now certain things she, of course she did not talk to me about, but there was like I would hear like, yeah, when your toes curl, and they would use the, oh girl, you will see fireworks. I was like, when these damn fireworks coming? And so, she would like say stuff, you'll know when that special person, and all this other stuff. But then when you first have your first time, when you first have your big O, you don't know what the hell is the heck is going on. You because you just don't know. So how would you describe it? Like, do you guys remember your first time, and how would you describe it? Or what was your reaction to it? What was your reaction to it?
I want it again. I was like, oh, you got to do that, what you did again.
I can't.
Do that again. What you did. Do that again.
It was like, what trick was that?
Press that button again. Please do that. Just that one. Just that. Right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Arvana said that part. Hi, Janine. She said that part. Yes.
And I was young. I'm telling you, I was young. I said, you're young. That's when you experience it. And it's like, I was like, oh my goodness. And I keep saying he knew what he was doing back then. I was like, yeah.
She was like, yeah. I'm gonna come back to you. Yeah, I like you.
Oh my goodness.
What about you, Lady O?
I had to actually think about that one while she was sitting there talking a second. I will have to honestly say I do remember who it was with that gave me the first one. And it was an out-of-body type of experience. And it happened every time, and that was just that one person. Now, thinking prior to that, I can say I understand where DJ Envy's wife came from. When you're giving it to the wrong person, that plays a part in it as well.
Yes, yes.
Because I remember when I actually did lose my virginity, and I asked my college roommates, I said, how do you know when sex is bad?
Oh, wow.
That was my first time. I said, "How do you know when it's bad?" And they told me, "Oh, well, you only had it one time. How do you know?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna take y'all advice." It was bad both times, and I didn't do it no more. It was awful. Awful, y'all.
She said,
Awful.
"Oh my."
And that's why I said, you know what? We ain't doing this. It was nothing that I could teach him that would get me there. It was nothing that I felt that I was going to gain from that. And then that experience versus the experience of the person that I actually had that moment with was a guy I was in a relationship with. And it was for like a year or so. And I don't know if that played a part in it, but he knew what he was doing. He was older than me by 3 years. I was 18. He was 21. I don't even know if that played a part in it, but he knew what he was doing. And I feel like when you get with a partner that's willing to please you, like DJ Envy did say, that plays a part in it as well, because there's that emotional attachment. There's that I get you, you get me, and we're going to learn each other a little bit. But then you have the ones that, you know, hit it and quit it type of situations.
Yes.
They might feel great, but no. It's a big old difference. So that toes curling type of thing, I get that. But for me, the first experience, I felt it through my whole entire body from head to toe.
Yes. And
I'm
like,
facts.
I am. She said facts.
That part.
Girl, don't make me have to drive to Mobile and come and save you.
He's standing over here in this living room, y'all. Y'all just did not know that. He off in the cut watching me. So he's like, be careful what you say over there.
Okay, girl. Okay, look. One, if you need me to come now. Two.
But see, with my husband, we have these kind of conversations all the time. And so I feel like when you have that open dialect to want to be creative and want to just be open and you're free to be yourself, you're free to explore those types of things, that's when it's a comfortable space. So I feel like going back to DJ Envy's and his wife's situation where he said, I thought I was doing it. I thought I was giving her my all. In his mind, he was, because men are pleasers. And they want to give you every satisfactory moment you possibly can have. And when you take that from them, that crush your whole spirit and make you feel like, well, why am I here?
What have we been doing? What have we been doing here? Oh, okay, girl. I thought that was mine. Okay.
No, it's mine. I think it's an Amber Alert or something. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's fine. We get them.
Yes, we do. So I remember my first experience. I didn't know what the heck was happening to me. I was like, oh my God. And so I tried to control it. And I was what, 19? So I'm trying to control it. And I was like, oh my goodness. Did he see that? My body was having spasms. Like, oh my God, did he see that? And it just would not stop. And then he jumped. And he looked at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what's wrong with you?
The convulsions.
But then I was like, okay. So I get it now, because that's what that was. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, Madisha, let's see if we can do that one again.
Yeah, let's run that back.
Let's run that back. So then when like you're with someone and then it's not like that and it's not explosive, but you have feelings for the person or whatever, then I guess, for you, like, okay, when I was younger, I was like, okay, it'll get better, but it didn't. It didn't, because once again, I couldn't describe to him what you wanted did.
Yeah, how to reciprocate what just occurred over in this.
Yes, I can't tell you how to do that, but I'm gonna need for you to know it. And see, I think that's what men have to realize, is that we're all built differently.
Right.
And we're all built differently. And what may have worked good with you, with them and her, it's not gonna
Ain't gonna work the
it's
same
not
with
gonna
you.
work the same over here. But I
Right.
want you to see what Janet said up here. She said, okay, I'm going to tell you what to do, but because it was the first, she said it should have been easy. So she doesn't have a problem telling somebody what she likes. And I think even as women as we are now, even like Lady O said, as we get older, you know, something I may have liked last year, I may not like this year because our body is changing, you know, daily. Mine turned against me 51 and a day. It started doing something different that it didn't do at 50. So some things just like really changed. So what do you guys think about what she stated here?
Yeah, that's I said. Mine wasn't the first time because, as I said, I'm not gonna fake nothing because I didn't know how to fake and what to fake. I mean, but it should have been. Nah, I don't know. It all depends on the person and depends on what they're working with.
Oh, okay. That is another conversation.
But yeah,
yes, that is another conversation. I'm gonna need Mr. O. We're gonna bring. We're gonna have to bring.
He asking questions he want to ask so bad. I'm just like, please stop asking me these questions right about now. Okay, I'll ask what he wanted to ask. He said he wanted to know. Oh, he said, how did she figure out she wasn't having orgasms if she never had it?
Well, she knew she was faking. So
she was making.
We know that part.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if she eventually had one. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I hope she did.
I mean, yeah, I would hope so.
I would hope so. That was like 10 years into their relationship. So I remember her saying that she didn't know herself. And that's why that I guess 10-year time span, it was so hard for her to figure out what she wanted.
Yeah,
explain it to him. I get that, but like I said, it also goes into communication. It's just you got to have those type of conversations. Don't let it get that far. She said she got it down pat so good that she got the performance down. I don't want a performance. I don't want. You know how much you got to get in the character for that. I don't want to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. You
That's tiresome. I don't want to do that.
Girl.
Don't give me extra work and I got to remember what I did the first. No.
Thank you. Exactly. I totally agree. Love Jules, she said, sorry sessions, you will remember. I have been with the 4-stroke shooting before condom got broke.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. And it probably DJ Envy, he probably was green. He was green. I mean,
I think so.
He didn't know what an argument like pleasing a woman was, especially if he never did it before and if he was a virgin.
Right.
So it's a both.
It was a learning experience for them both.
But somebody should have did some research and
that's how I feel. Somebody got to open up a book, get on Google, something.
Porn.
Try something different. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where it threw me, and it's like,
it must have been very routine and by the book, so that's why she had it so rehearsed in that she could do it. It had to be because no.
Yes.
But they do have a lot of kids, so something came out of it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to have an orgasm to have kids.
No,
you know. But
She said it's some proof that they had a relationship.
Well, they did have a relationship, but it was one-sided. It was
clearly
for
a long time. It was.
Our friend Stephanie says, well, ladies, what do you say to a woman whose husband has ED and they haven't done it in years.
Oh.
Wow. Well, I think this is where our sister Lady O goes and start talking about, you know, the that beautiful rose and the other toys and things that you can bring into the bedroom. But
Yeah.
but when it's a medical condition, I think
There's
it's
different ways to please
it's
a woman.
different. Yes, yes.
It is.
Yes, it is. And so you once again, I think a person will just have to experiment, be open to trying different things, especially if your partner is like into you and really wants to
Right.
like please you or whatever. Those things are important. But if you have somebody selfish, you got a problem, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help you in that department if they.
She say she can't help you in that one. But
Mm.
that's why I always we say also it is so good to you need to know your body and what pleases you, because
Right.
in those situations, yes, you want the touch and all that other stuff or whatever, but you can do it yourself. I told y'all about my friend who boyfriend got her the rose and now he's jealous of the toy. So
You gotta join the fun.
how about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I
Yes.
think the problem is she reaches for the toy before she
Once
reaches
she
for
preaches
him.
for him, no,
Yes.
you can't do that. You gotta mesh the two together. You gotta
Yes.
bring
Yes.
him in onto the fun, even
Mm-hmm.
if that's her giving him a show.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Yes.
something. He gotta feel like he's doing something. He's like, I
Part
paid
of
for this. I need to benefit
Yes.
some way.
girl, yes.
Something for me some way.
I told her, I said, don't be surprised you come home from one of your trips and your toy gone.
Uh-huh.
If you done hid it somewhere, you gotta go.
Girl,
Yes.
and
Yes.
she
And a
gonna
simple
say a big mound like a freshly dug hole in her yard.
and then like giving a massage, like for a head to toe massage, you don't really have then that'll do it. That'll do it. The right hands, the right lotion, the right massage all, the heated
Set the
massage
scene
all.
for it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. And that's
definitely.
Some women aren't it just isn't physical touch for them. Sometimes it can be a mental thing.
Mhm.
Do
Correct.
something on their level to increase the foreplay. There are
Yeah.
plenty of things that you can do,
Yeah.
and it's just setting the scene. If you like to give massages, make a playlist, turn
Mhm.
it on, set the scene, make a nice
Mhm.
meal, relax, take a good bath together, relax, and,
Yeah.
and,
Correct.
and unwind. There are plenty of ways to get yourself there.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yes, definitely.
Somebody used a feather on me, from
A
head to toe, and
feather.
that was it right there. Mhm.
Gone, girl.
I know.
She's,
We gonna leave that one alone.
girl, did you see that look she gave us?
Just like
Girl, for a minute, I thought
We
she had
understand.
one of those out of body experiences.
I caught. I just went back. I had a flashback.
you had a flashback. We caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we caught it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all are hilarious. Lily Pad said, she said, not, oh, let me, I want y'all to see what she said. Not necessarily. I've been with men who were smaller and it was good too. I hadn't had that experience.
Me neither.
Mm-mm. I even went back for seconds and wish I didn't, because I
I
thought
did too.
maybe
So
it
no.
was me and it was a
Mhm.
bad day. No, I have never had that experience.
Mm.
So yes, girl,
it's a no for me.
Yeah, it's a no.
I'm sorry.
It's a no.
No comment. I never know. Mm-mm.
Diamond Cavalier says she was having them. She was having them when he wasn't around. She knew what it was.
That could have been a thing as well.
Oh, you know what? I never thought about that.
That's a thing as well.
Oh
Mhm.
yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Myrna says maybe she was chatting with her girlfriends about sex or having a convo with the gynecologist. Oh, and so that, to answer his question, maybe she was chatting with her girlfriends, and so that's why she knew she never had an orgasm. Because when the way we described him, she probably was like, "Well, I've never did that. I've never felt that."
Or maybe she watched a porn video and saw how it was really done.
And that could be, and so, but that's how she got her acting skills, because she knew that much.
Okay, she had to learn it from somewhere. She had to get that Oscar worthy. That's Oscar worthy right there. For Come on, Academy Award.
Okay. So she was very, obviously she was very believable. Girl, yes, because this conversation, I just felt like it was one that needed to, be had. And I've had the conversations with my girlfriends, and I asked them to come on here. They will actually be on next weekend when we do the wine tasting. But I've asked them because y'all, they're vulgar, so I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to. We gonna practice tomorrow about our correct diction and the proper terms.
Because when you're chatting with your girlfriends, you know you're uncensored. It's gonna be. It is what it is.
And that's what. Yes, exactly. But I don't want y'all come to Juani's house. It'll be. They took me off the airwaves. So yeah, but yes, so yeah, so it's just chatting with your girls. Robin said she should have talked to her doctor. Okay, so about I don't understand what your doctor. You mean to see if maybe something's going on internally with you?
That's why she can't reach it or something.
Yes, if that's what you're saying. Because some people, it's been a couple of women, they've had that what's that vaginal rejuvenation or something like that, and so it's supposed to enhance the sensations and things like that. So I mean, but see, we don't know if she ever had one. So if she did not know what she was missing, or she could have been like I said, we've been so programmed to act a certain type of way when you are when you're being intimate with somebody. Some people are quiet, some people are boisterous, and some people are very expressive. Some people don't say anything. You know what I mean? So it just depends. So it also is like sort of kind of like how you may have been brought up. Right. And so some people may have been brought up like if people who are like really, 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 really in the church, and you're not supposed to do those things, and then you do them, and you just deal with it because it's about pleasing him, and it's not about pleasing you.
Yeah.
And then then you have those cultures where it's all about the man, and they even where they surgically remove the woman's clitoris so she can't have sensation because it's not supposed to be pleasurable for her. It's just about about procreating. So I think it goes back to kind of figuring out like how you were kind of brought up and what were your views about sex then. But I don't know what the doctor can kind of tell you besides maybe they can refer you to maybe like a sex therapist.
Yeah. Robin said something might be wrong with her. I don't think she had anything wrong with her. She basically just chalked it up to she didn't know how to tell him what was wrong or how to get her there. That's really all it was.
Yeah,
they just needed to be taught.
Yeah, that was an old lady. I was young, and she told me, be a freak in the sheets and a lady in the streets. And the lady told me that's it. That was like whatever goes in in your house, keep it closed doors. Nobody needs to know what goes on,
That's
so it's
right.
but you need to talk about it so you can find out what
you can find out
Yeah, you need to talk about it with your partner. Exactly. So, go ahead.
There was some old Southern ladies. Y'all be thinking they'd be sweet, but that's the ones that be the dirty ones.
Oh my goodness, girl. Quick sidebar. So about 10, 11 years ago, my aunt got married. And so she asked me to give her a bachelorette party. So I was like, okay, so she was telling me now, okay, Juani, now all the ladies from the church are coming over and whatever. So I'm telling my girlfriend, I said, look, I'm gonna need you to help me because I don't know what to do with these old ladies, you know. And I'm thinking of these old little church ladies coming. My girlfriend, she says, "Don't worry, Juani, I got you." I said, all right, cool. So she comes over, she come over with bananas and Play-Doh, whatever. I said, what are we doing here? And oh my goodness, we played like they had like the banana game to see who's the banana can go the furthest, and you had to mark it. Oh my God, those women, they went crazy. They had to make their own penis out the Play-Doh, and I was like, girl, my aunt, her friend, they're like, this is the best bachelorette party.
They was living their best life.
Girl, they had like crooked ones. They said, "Oh yeah, this is crooked, just like I like it."
She opened Pandora's box for us. Like, that's how that was.
Yes. So those little old little ladies,
the ones that look sweet and wholesome will bake you a pie.
Yeah, walking
they baking all right.
That hat to the side, you already know what they help. Oh my goodness. That hat not straight, you already know.
I already know. Ivana says, tell him to use his tongue. Now, but even there too, you need to have some classes. Mm-hmm. All tongues aren't created equally.
Correct. No. Sometimes we dry. Why your mouth dry?
I can't with y'all. But yeah. So I mean, so yes, you can do that. But what if that's bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lady O has nothing to say.
I have something to say, but I'm trying to keep it PG. But if his mouth get dry, or he gets tongue tied, there are other things you can enlist for that.
Yes. But sometimes you ain't got time to be telling them.
You ain't got time, so use the digits. Use the digits. Okay. Make sure they clean though, because
please clean up on the ass.
Please clean.
No, that's right.
They look another problem.
Ain't nobody got time for that
at all.
I ran you a bath water. Go take a bath.
Yes,
girl, you crazy.
But that is kind of a good thing, though. If you want to start off and set the scene, go get him to take a bath. Like, set the scene right there so you're both on that same page. He might have just got home from work. And so, like, hey, let me help you relax. Here's a glass of wine. If they're into drinking or whatever it is, just put Dr. Seals in the tub. Just relax.
Yes.
You know he's clean. You know you clean.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Go on.
And I also think another thing, I'm like really into like role playing type things. But I remember the first time Mr. B came home, and he was talking about this the other day, and I had on nothing but this trench coat because first he thought I was about to leave, and he like, "Where you going?" I said, "Nowhere." And I took the trench coat off. Oh my goodness! If I tell y'all he chased me around that house?
You got with teenagers. He was living his best life.
Living his best life. But sometimes, like I said, you have to do some things differently and not just do the same thing over and over again, because that's old too.
You do. You got to come up with something creative. I have this thing. I create different aliases. So, necklaces. No, aliases. I have different identities.
Oh, so I thought you said you had a different necklace, like one for this one. And
I do that too. When I create these personalities, they have a whole wig situation. They have a whole look, a whole vibe, a whole. He has his wife, his mistress, and his girlfriend. So you got to give him all the things. He might not want the wife that day. He might not want wholesome Betty. He might not want that. He might want you to be. Let's bring out some other stuff. So you give them what they want. They have their own personalities
you said,
and their own names. So
Lady O said, "Whistle while you work."
You got to give them something different, something fresh, something new.
That's right.
Yes.
And you want him to do the same thing for you. So
yes,
sometimes they aren't so quick to want to do that and get into that role play type of thing, or just try a different look, or try it somewhere different. That some of them aren't open to that. So
That's
that's
true.
why I said more than just using your tongue, more than using your fingers. If it's a quickie, get creative. If kids
Yeah.
ain't at home or your kids at the house, do it in a different place in your house.
Correct.
Go somewhere. Get you gotta keep it fresh. You gotta keep it light, because if you keep doing it same way evidently they did it for them 10 years.
Oh goodness. Yes.
No.
And I don't know if it was, I don't know. Did she say it was in the, I don't know. That's just hard to believe. That's just hard to believe. At
It's
some
not
point,
far-fetched to me, but she said, yeah, it was for the first 10 years of 10 years into their relationship. Now she says it's so old. I'm like, but you got to understand, for that decade, that man thought he was giving you the bomb.
Yes.
yes,
And
yes.
she said he thought he was putting it in.
Yeah.
And she let him believe that. That is why I felt like, why
Mm-hmm.
did you do that to his ego? Why did
Yes.
Yeah.
men just want to be lovers sometimes? They want to be loved on the same way we want to be loved on. They're soft, even though they have that hardcore demeanor. They're soft on the inside too, and they want to feel the same way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why villainize something like that for him?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it was right for him to step out, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was going to bring up, because then afterwards she said, then that's when the infidelity started. So now you have started a whole new situation, because now you're like, it's a trust thing. So not only have you gone out and stepped out and pleasing or whatever somebody else, which could have also been another reason now why she just couldn't get there. Because now she's thinking about this other thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So now, but none of that may have not happened had she been comfortable in herself and known her body, that she could have expressed, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, but if you never had it, how do you know how it went to you? Yeah.
Correct.
So
yes, you don't know.
So it's definitely, I could say that's a learning lesson for her. She had to learn it the hard way, unfortunately, and I hate that. But like you said, you got to open your mouth. How else you gonna close mouths don't get fed?
That's right. That's right. Sharon Bedford said, "Why we act like we're not sexual beings, and to tell your man what you want, what you like, and what you don't like. We should be able to, but I think a lot of people also, they are afraid that they would crush them or hurt their feelings. But once again, men have to understand we're all not made the same,
right?
So we don't have a manual, and you don't turn me around and pull my hair up and pull my
and wind you up in the back
and wind me up, and it tells you, okay, she likes it to be kissed right here, and she like it doesn't work that way. So they can't be so sensitive to think that, well, I demand, well, so and so never said anything. Okay, but
that don't mean she wasn't thinking it though.
Girl. That's right.
That don't mean she wasn't thinking it. She just because she never said it, she wanted to go with the flow and just keep you happy and content. In the back of her head, she's like, he ain't doing it right.
Yeah,
that's right. So
yeah, I'm still baffled about how she
kept it up like
10
that.
years. Like I said, where's your friends? Where's your family? Where's people that you talk to and then talk about stuff? It's like, man, that's like, I remember having a conversation just with random people. It's just somebody had to tell us something, or maybe she just thought she was doing something. I don't know. Until she really had one and go like, oh, Lord, so I've been faking all this time.
This what it felt like.
This what
it do to you?
I cheated myself.
I know. You feel robbed.
Exactly. Darling Nikki said, if he ain't good, get rid of him.
That's
done that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
do agree with that.
That's 2 thumbs up. Yep.
Yes, we agree with that. We agree with that. Janet said, communication is the key to all happiness. Yes. You have to. You know what? When you're mad, you need to talk about it. When you're not, you need to talk about it. It's communication.
Talk about it.
Very, very important. And a lot of, relationships end because there is no communication.
Correct.
She says, yes, ladies, keep it hot and alive. We got to spice it up. Yes, y'all.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Yes. I have a personality, but it's only two. Later, you'll let me know I'm lacking one. I'm gonna have to get on.
Yes,
that
you are. You got to give them all. I'm like you when you say you got hers. I have plenty of hers in different colors, lengths, and everything. So it's the whole thing. You got to do it.
Yeah, I'm short one. I'm gonna let her know. I'm sorry, but next week I'm gonna have her name.
Okay.
She's gonna be live in the action. Oh, she also agreed. She says, "Oh man, can't eat well." Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah. I'm to a point where I don't care how old you are, what I do not want to teach you anything. You should have learned and studied long way before. No, I ain't teaching nobody. I'm not in.
But Madisha, we was just speaking about that. He don't know how your body works.
Well, no. Yeah, but he can figure that out. He can. Yeah, he can, and y'all work together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he said it's teamwork over here.
Teamwork. Yeah. But it's like if he still like you instructing him and like saying stuff and he ain't doing what
I get what you're saying. You're going to lose motivation with that. Like, look, if I got to keep telling you the same thing that I just told you, and the spot is here, you way over here. I ain't got time.
Yes. But thank the Lord, I ain't had that yet, so I'm good. I'm good.
There she go. Come back. Come back.
We're gonna need you to
come back to the light. We keep losing you, girl.
Yeah, with all them flashbacks of it. Girl.
She also said she never explored her body. But you know what? It's a lot of women who've never done that.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be sure of what gets you there, what don't get you there. You just like, I'm here. Are you a fish? Or are you like actually active? Like, come on now.
Yes.
But like you just said, you don't want to teach somebody, but sometimes men don't want to teach either.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
That is very true.
Like I said, freak in the sheets, lady in the streets.
You say that's my motto.
Right.
She says, "Ain't no way. 10 years. I'm tapping my husband on the shoulder right then. Hey, babe, listen. Could you, girl? Yes."
That was the combo with me and my husband. Like, could you actually? Like, nope, ain't no way. No, we get a divorce. Because he felt like you lied to me this whole time. You lied to me.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
He was like, "Who were you? Who are you?"
Okay, you're not the representative. You're not that person. Who is this person? There's a stranger in my house. Who are you?
Because now I can see this because now he is like, well, dang. If he touching you here, he's like, well, then is that why I touched her the last time? She ain't like that. So
okay, so what do you like now? Am I doing it right? They're gonna get mentally in their mind and be like, I feel like I've messed up. I feel like I'm lacking somewhere. So what can I do to step my game up? That's if they're even willing to go to a space of like, hey, I want to learn. I want to be taught. I want to get into this space with you. Some people might be like, F this. I don't want to be bothered with you. You done lied to me this whole time. Let's just go. You go your way. I'm going mine. We ain't got nothing to talk about no more.
Oh my!
They might not even be sexually interested in you anymore at that point. Literally, if that was your relationship, could you imagine like the what if? The what if? Gosh. That's scary. And it's hurtful. And it's, like I said, my whole issue with her was, why did you tell him that while y'all was involved? Doing the do.
Yes.
Oh.
And he was like, no, you were having one. It's like, I wouldn't have nothing. You did nothing for me.
And what a way to be told that.
Because
and I think that's what just crushed his whole spirit, because she said, I weaponized it. Yes, ma'am, you weaponized it. You were petty as all get out. You was wrong.
Yeah.
You was wrong.
She was wrong. Let me see. Hi, Janine. It's a lot of you guys who come on here. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you. We're gonna a little bit later, we're gonna have you guys come on here and say something. You want to say something, you want to ask our question. You have any questions you want to ask, you don't want to come on the screen, you can put them down and we'll give you our thoughts about them. But Love Jules says right here,
I was just reading that one.
Yes. Some people don't love and enjoy love making. I'm a nepho, and I be there when my husband take a shot. Girl,
I like your comment.
All right,
I'm here for it.
Now, she was like, he just put the soap down. He ready.
Okay, she timed it. She know when the water finna be turned off. I'm waiting for you at the door.
At the door. Okay. So you know what? And you're right. Some people don't. And because it's like certain, like it's a certain way that Mr. B can look at me or something. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so now he tries to do the look. He goes, is this it? I said, no, that's it. No. You're looking kind of, no, that's definitely not it. Girl, he trying to get that look. I said, oh, that's that look. He goes, what, is this it?
Like, no.
Oh my goodness.
That's not it.
Because it could be that look one time, it could be a totally different look the next time. Don't follow the look.
Please don't follow the look. Because right now, anything that I was feeling is going away. Don't
okay, it's fading.
Oh goodness. Diamond Life Cavalier says the spot can change frequently. Ooh, well, mine has.
I don't know yet. I haven't reached that time when the spot changed. It might be for certain people, you know.
It might be for certain people. I would say that's a yes or no type of thing. It might be, or maybe it's I don't know.
When they touch that spot, that
when it's hit, you know. So
yes, it's like that.
It's just that level of heightness that you get with it is different.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep it.
I can't with y'all.
Gotta keep it PG. I'm
trying to keep it PG, but you know where I'm saying it. I'm trying to keep it, edit it. So you gonna go off the air.
I told you guys I knew the two perfect people who would be on here, and I mean it came to me. I don't even want to put this on God, but they came to me while I was asleep, and I said yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Let's see. Monica says it's not the size of the ship, but the motion in the ocean.
That's true.
I disagree.
That's true too.
That's true too.
I'm gonna say to a variation though. I'm gonna say to a variation on that one because I want to say it right, but I don't want to say it wrong. If it's something like this, that ain't gonna do a darn thing for nobody whatsoever.
Correct.
You ain't reaching nothing. You reaching a thought. Thought you should hit something. That's what you're reaching.
Correct. But it also depends on the woman and how she made
that too, and how her whole system is set up. It can vary, so you can hit it differently for every other person. But
not for me.
I will say that yes and no for a lot of reasons. You can't be too big and you can't be too small. It's kind of like the Goldilocks syndrome. You got to find the right fit for you.
That's right. Yes, yes. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Monica agreed. Janine giving somebody a standing ovation. She's getting lady a standing ovation. Somebody getting a standing ovation. Yes. Janine said, Janine says, ladies, I had one that like to lick underarms. Anybody been no.
Never.
I have never.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Was it okay? Wait, were they clean underarms, or were they like sweaty? Because I dated a guy. He didn't like me to take baths. He was like he wanted me just to be like he said when you come home from work, don't do that. I was like,
yeah.
Y'all see my face.
But sir, but sir, I'm gonna need you to. But yeah. But yeah,
please do.
It might have turned it on. Might turn them on. That might have turned them on.
I'm gonna say I've heard of people being turned on by the most unusual of things. So I guess that might have been for him what it could be. It's some strange stuff out there though.
It was because I was like, oh my, yeah. Needless to say, we didn't last long.
There was just one guy. Every time we were together, he just would sniff my hair. And I was like, okay, it's third date and we ain't going nowhere. That's it. Because I was scared. I was too afraid of what other stuff he liked. But he just kept, he was like, he would just get close and he just sniff my hair, or he'll
Did you have like a certain scent in it or something? Maybe he liked the smell of the shampoo.
No, it's like I didn't wear my hair the same way. I'll use the same products because I never do. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just, but it just freaked me out that he just kept sniffing my hair. And it was like, and he was taller than me. And it was like, I could, and it was not like he was soft about it, or just light about it. He was like that. So it's like, So I was like, okay, why you keep sniffing my hair? And I didn't ask him. I just was like,
you just eased yourself on that.
Yeah, that's what I do. So it's like, if it's creepy or like, well, if you creep me out, I'm done. I don't care what it is. You can't creep me out because it's like I'm be having nightmares, and I don't want to have nightmares.
Yeah, Mr. Over here is saying that maybe he had a hair fetish. I'm like, maybe
so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him being married now? His wife can't sleep.
Okay, just deep off in the Somebody said he liked the smell of hot curlers.
Of hot curlers, yes.
But I had braids and I would do it different ways. So it's not like I had a curl and I was like, it would just creep me out. I don't know.
Yes.
Somebody said they've had a sniffer, but they said I'ma say less.
Oh. Okay, and that said a lot. Okay.
That's where it's at.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness.
My girl Stephanie on here, she said there's 75 of us on here and only 12 thumbs up. She like, really?
I liked it as soon as I came in.
Okay, I did too.
I don't have. Carlita said I don't have to say nothing. I just put that special gown on and it's popping.
Oh, what?
All right now.
Okay, thank you.
All right now.
Shoot. Oh my goodness. It's probably that color. It's probably the color that turned them on, get them excited. So. Or the way it move.
Maybe so.
Okay. They want Stephanie. Stephanie, they want you to come on the screen. I know you got something to say.
I was waiting for her to come up.
Yes. I put the link in the feed, Stephanie. Love said that's strange licking the underarm. Mine. Oh yeah, Janine said her underarm they were cleaned and shaved.
Oh,
all right. He just like armpits. Okay, this one right here, darling Nikki. No, a small rod is a waste of time.
And is.
Okay.
It is.
But a beautiful member is amazing. Yes, girl.
Yes. I'm gonna high five you through the screen.
Yes, girl. Okay. Through the screen. Oh my goodness. Okay, Stephanie, what you have to say? Because I know you've been holding your tongue. What?
Girl, I've been trying to be good. I've been trying to be good now.
Uh-oh.
Who is this? The 10-year thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. How could
Mm,
she fake it for 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
mm.
sorry. Without telling your mate that, move here, move there, touch here, something. 10 years,
Wiggle or
I
something.
just can't. I don't know how she could sit there and lay there for 10 years like a bump on a log.
Yes. Well,
Mm.
we don't. Well, she wasn't a bump on the log. She faked it. So she 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 got part of it right.
Got her creativity on. She was creative.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. To be a fly on that wall to see how she
Oh
was
my
performing.
gosh, yes.
I don't know if I
I
would have
just
laughed or I would
I
have
can't
cried
deal
for
with
him.
that. I don't know how she could do that for 10 years. Fake it for 10 years. I see you fake it for the first couple of times until y'all get to know each other's body. But 10
Mm-hmm.
years of faking?
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe she was unattractive to him. Like she said, he was, he wasn't the best looking, but she thought he was charming.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that could have been it too. She wasn't turned on by him, and then now, just like,
Well,
oh
I was with somebody and he was, oh my God. I wasn't attracted to him either. But it changed.
mm-hmm.
So you know,
I see you trying to be nice, Juani. You're trying to
I
be nice.
was. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm being real nice. But it changed. So I was like, I was saying, and he was charming. But initially, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, he was.
Mm.
I did not like him at all. And I was like, oh my God, you are just ugly. But he was so freaking charming. And he spoiled me. He did like anything I wanted, he would do.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I think it was like one of those situations where people would be like, why is she with him?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, but guys, I was spinning in the doggone room and he wasn't even there. That was just some crazy mess. I had to,
Uh-huh.
that was scary. That is what I was like, okay. And he would call, I wouldn't pick up the phone. I was like, no. No. Mm-mm.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That was
Oh
the
my
one time
goodness.
I can tell you, I was like, I was afraid. I was like, oh my God. And he was younger than me by like two years
Wow.
younger than me. I was like, no, boy, you will not get my check.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He said I will not be broke for you. I just can't do it.
Girl, yes, I will not be broke for you. Do not call my phone.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Let's see with this one. What did she say? When you're a clean smelling woman, a man will love them panty draws soon as you take them off. Yes.
Mm.
It's a man who like that. They like to sniff your underwear and sniff
They
your
like to
bra.
stealing.
Girl stealing your underwear.
That was a phase. It must have been what was going on back then. I still couldn't understand. I was like, where would my underwears go? And I couldn't find them. Like, were you looking for your underwears? Why? That should
Why?
never happen. That should have
Girl.
never happened. You got to go home, without underwear. So you can't find because they stole them.
Janine agreed with you, Stephanie. She said that's because she never had some good what.
Ooh, that's what
You guys are so funny. This one right here, she said, "You go, girl. I have had some ugly men, but they could throw down in the bedroom, work, and spoil them some meat." Exactly, girl.
Yes.
He was the one. I was just like, okay, this has never happened before. I don't like not being in control like that. I mean, literally woke me up out of my sleep. I thought he was there. I felt him. I was like, oh,
Wow.
heck no. Yes, that was some powerful stuff.
Because they got a point to prove, so that's why they.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I wasn't. I was like, little boy, please.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? Let me do this and send you on your way. Girl, I was like, oh no.
Had you hanging from the ceiling.
He almost had me hanging from. I was like, oh no.
Now, as far as the little ones are concerned, I was with one who was little, and he wanted it from the back, so we getting started, and he huffing and puffing and saying, "You like it, you like it," and I said to myself, "Damn, he started."
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I even tightened up to think, okay, if I tighten up, maybe I might feel him.
No,
I
Lord.
still
Ooh,
couldn't
that's
feel
small.
him, and I had to say, "Stop, stop.
Oh
I'm
my.
sorry." I said, I just can't feel you. I'm sorry."
Oh, but at least you was honest to tell him that, and you know he needs to go get help. But
He
yeah,
looked at me. He said, "Nobody's ever told me that." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, darling. If I just can't feel you. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I had to hurt his feelings."
Had to hurt his foot. So that was the last
Yeah.
time you talked to him, huh?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Janine
Ooh.
says, Wadi, what she said? Yeah, yes, girl. Yes. All of it.
Yes.
Right, Madisha, they have a point. Yeah, girl. Yeah, he sure did. That is too funny.
That's hilarious.
You guys are hilarious. So I'm gonna open it up. I know y'all all of y'all act so shy.
Don't come all up at once, y'all. Come on.
I know. Come on up here. Join us. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So I put the link in the chat. So you guys can just click the link and I will let you guys come on. Them young ones will have your nose wide open. Had to pretend I moved.
You had a stalker, babe.
Girl.
Mm-mm.
Girl. Oh my goodness. Girl, you said you had to move. You had to pretend you moved. Oh, girl,
No,
yes.
stop.
She had a stalker, babe.
She said, I don't live that no more.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
This one she says tighten up so he can get done and go home. Oh my goodness. That's too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much. She said she's strained. She said I strained my lower abs and P-walk. Oh my goodness.
I ain't doing that either. I'm not gonna hurt myself in the process. No.
Okay.
You gonna have me go to the emergency room and no.
I'm like, I didn't come here to work, do extra work.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That ain't it.
No.
Girl, when he huffing and puffing and saying, "You like that, girl? This is good to you," and I'm going, "Oh damn." He started.
Oh, you actually in there.
Wow. And I feel so bad for him though.
I wouldn't.
No. But you know what? I had a girlfriend who I think she was dating this guy and she had that problem. And she told him that he needed to go get an implant. But I think he did get it though. He got it. And we were then in our 20s. Early 20s. So we probably was like 22, 23, 24. And then she turned out, and then he wanted to marry her and everything. And she was like, girl, she goes, I guess even with the implant, it wasn't.
It didn't do it for you.
And she was like, I couldn't marry. She said, I can't marry him. She said, I would definitely be messing around on him the entire marriage.
At least she was honest.
Yeah, I have to give it up for her for that. For at least she was honest and told him the truth. It's just the point of you told him to go alter himself. And you thought that would make a difference, and unfortunately it did not. But I'm pretty sure that did something to him mentally as well. That
he did that for her. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But if he a strong man, he'll find the right person that because like I said,
there's someone for everybody.
Yeah, there is. You just need to find the person, like you said, that's the right fit for you.
Yeah. Not cuss them out.
Oh my goodness, I did not. She said she ain't feel for him at all. Love Jules said he came over here wasting my doggone time all the time when he was on the phone talking about what he was gonna do. Couldn't do nothing. Had me. She said had me waste my good perfume for nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Lord.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. But it's just amazing that when you talk to your friends or whatever. Because my girlfriends, one of them, she reminds me a lot of Lady O, and so it is nothing that she has not tried. Because I remember we were talking about we was at Fridays, and she was talking about, oh goodness, what the balls,
Kegel balls,
the Kegel balls, yes. And so, but she actually, we were sitting there in Friday, and she was sitting there, and she was kind of adjusting. And every couple of minutes, she would kind of move whatever. And so I said to her, I was like, "Girl, you got to pee? Go to the bathroom." And so she was like, "No, my balls, they're trying to fall." And I was like, "Girl, what?"
Oh my goodness. Oh,
so it's like four of us, and we were like, "What?
Wait a minute, what are y'all talking about?"
She's like, I got my Kegels in today. And she was like, "You got them in right now while we sitting here in Fridays."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yes." She was like, "Yes." She said, "I'm tightening my muscles," and she said, "I'm trying to get comfortable." And I was just like, "Oh my goodness!" So while we sitting there, so it led into another conversation. So we are like this, and so the girl from the waitress at Fridays came walking up to the table, and she said, "We was like, hold up. When you come to this table, young lady, you need to tap knock first, because you might hear something you're not ready for." So,
this is not a PG table.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
not
goodness.
that table.
Oh my goodness! And that's one thing too. I've never tried that. I don't think I
Really?
No.
I haven't, but when she talks about, I was like, I want to get me some. Because so the way I understand it, if it's so you start off at one size, and then it goes larger, and they
gradually go up. Yeah.
So they're heavier, or
there are different sizes, and they come in like different colors and like different type of textures and stuff like that. So most people just prefer the glass ones. The clear ones are the ones that I actually have. They come in multiple colors. Again, go to eBay. If you don't know what they are, eBay is your friend.
Okay.
eBay is your friend.
eBay is your friend.
About to go there now. This is the time when you get out your pen and paper.
Oh my goodness.
eBay is your friend.
Okay.
So
you said they different textures. So of course I don't know what hers look like, because she didn't take them out and show us. But so
no, they off in the room, and I'm in the dining room. I don't feel like going that far. But they're like the medium size. They're about. I don't think I have anything around here.
Like a marble.
Okay. Kind of like a marble, kind of like this, and they're kind of like that size basically. And you can keep them in for like a couple of hours. You can keep them in for as long as you feel like you need to keep them in, for the most part.
So you said about the
tighter, and you practice it like that. And then for some people, it's I don't know. Some people say they get wetter by having them in. I don't know. It depends on the person. So some people have even said they've gone as far as doing the do while they're in.
Really?
To give a whole different sensation. You got to think about it, like if you curve, the move, the whole thing.
Okay, so it won't get larged up in there.
Oh.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like breaking up over here. I don't think the weather's gotten bad or anything like that, but I think my internet's just putting up. But yeah, yeah, people have said they've done it with them being in. So that's one of those things that I learned from the lady from Instagram. I
Yes.
can't think of her name right now. So sexual essentials, yeah. So
Yeah.
she's there and talks about that. Something else she was also talking about. She says that we have orgasms. There's 4 different ways to reach it. I think it was somebody gave her it's some post. I guess Rick Ross might have been talking about this, like if a woman is faking it and all of those things. And she said, just because you feel the wetness and things like that, that does not mean you've had an orgasm. That does not mean that you have reached your highest potential with that. And so I think it also involves squirting. When you think that they're squirting, that don't mean that you hit the G spot. That don't mean you've given them, you know, the best that they've ever had. Yeah, the ultimate. So it's just something some women do naturally. It's just going to happen.
Okay.
Right. Right. Hi, Ivana. We got, hey, Sharon. Sharon, she's so fabulous on here. Girl, yeah, they got me over here talking about the old girl. So we over here talking about you might need to get your pen and paper, but we already know she knows about all of that stuff. Hi, Ivana.
Hi, could you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh yeah. I was saying that I had a friend and she was with a guy and he was small, but they had like 3 kids. And she said that he knew how to hit the bottom, which was her G spot. She said that it was small, but he always hit the bottom and knew how to make her have multiple orgasm. You know, she'd do it multiple times. She said he was real good and bad. So
Yeah. Well, her definition of small might not be everybody's definition of small. Like, you know, because like certain people is small. Because like, you know, one guy, I don't think he was small, but he was thick, fat. So it kind of like it made up for, you know, yes, it wasn't. I don't know.
She was trying to explain to us, because one night we was drinking and had the same conversation, and she was like, "No, y'all, don't mistake that. If the person really know how to work it and really know how to, you know, please a woman, he's gonna be able to do it." That's what she was trying to explain to us, and she went into all the details of how, you know, he did it to her, because she said at first when he pulled down his pants and she was like, "That little thing, what it's gonna do for me?" She said he rocked her world and she stayed with him. I said they got 3 kids.
Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, but he might have been experienced small, you know, because sometimes, you know, so yeah. So that could happen.
Yeah, like you said, Madisha, he had something to prove maybe in the beginning, and then he just knew how to work what he had. So
Now getting back to this DJ Envy and his wife, my husband we was talking about that, and like he said, he don't believe the wife because first of all, she got kids. He trying to say if they had kids, he had something. So I try to tell him no. But he really believed that they lying for some promo.
Really?
Well, they do have a book that is out in that was one of the chapters that said
he
faking
said he
it.
just can't believe that, because ain't no way a woman gonna stay for no 10 years enough. And my thing is, we all as women had to explore our bodies before we knew what a man's supposed to do to please us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But all women don't explore their bodies.
Yeah,
you never explored your body before you got with a guy?
Oh, I did. I said,
I did. When I met my husband, I was 14
She said
years
that
old.
certain women did not, like she said, their cultures might have made them more afraid or standoffish to be explorative in that sense. Some people just don't get down like that. It's not their thing. And for some people, like she said, I'm gonna know what I like, what I want, and you know, get to the getting in. But some people don't grow up like that. Or even if you didn't grow up like that, some women, as you get older, you just might have never had girlfriends to tell you these type of things, or a mother or an aunt or somebody to tell you those type of things, and be like, hey, this is for this and this is for that. And be open-minded like that. Some people are just standoffish, and sometimes you got to go on a journey on your own to figure that out. And sometimes it does involve in being in marriage, and you might have had this mindset or a serious relationship and have this mindset of, I just want to please him, even if that means that I'm not getting mine.
Correct.
But eventually, like I said, there is a set season for certain things, and as you get older, that's gonna get tiresome. You're gonna be like, no, I want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy the fullest of me and get all that is for me. I want you to get yours, but I'm gonna get mine.
I'm gonna get mine.
Yes.
Well, that's the stage that we in now. Me and my husband, because like I said, I met him when I was 14.
Oh wow.
And I'm almost 50, 59. So you know, and you gotta keep it, you know, you gotta keep introducing new things.
Yes. And
Yes.
don't be
But I
afraid
ain't bringing
to
another
introduce-
woman in.
No, we
got
not doing
that.
that.
We ain't
We're not
doing
doing
that.
that. We getting wigs, we getting lashes, we getting outfits, we getting names. We
ain't doing that. We got 3 boys, and my baby boy love hanging out with me. And my boys are so open, you know, they tell everything. They want to have conversation about their bedroom with me. You know, that we open like that. Me and my kids. And my baby boy was introducing me to a whole new world. I told him, you know what? I ain't ready for all this stuff now that y'all got going on. You know, him and his girlfriend gonna take me out one night to dinner. And they talk about how they like to do these threesomes. And I'm asking her, so you okay with that? And she said, well, if I don't do it, somebody else gonna do it with him. So I'm pleased. So these young people is on a whole different level.
Yeah.
Than where I come from. I mean,
we're
they
not doing
they
that.
yeah, I told them y'all exploring me to a whole different world that, you know, that was forbidden when I was coming up.
Definitely. But you know what? This generation now, I'm Generation X. I'm Generation X. What are you? With Generation X,
X.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that. Those the ones, the Y, that's when it started teetering off. But those
I don't know what I am.
millennials,
I just know I'm 30. I'm soon to be 37. So I don't know nothing about what it means. I just know I grew up
I'm
old
talking
school.
about, he's 32.
I grew up old school. We didn't do that.
Yeah, I got a 32. I got one would be 40 this year. My very firstborn, he'll be 40 this year in July. And but he's not into that. He'd be like,
Yeah,
I can't mess
yes.
with my little brother. He on the even he think that way. His little brother is out there.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm with Love Jules. They can have that level. I don't want that.
Yeah, they can have that all in
I don't want
themselves.
that.
And
But
thank
those are,
God he don't make no kids. He don't have no kids.
oh well,
Thank
thank
God.
goodness.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
Goodness. Because they're
Yes.
having threesome, we don't know where they coming from.
Yes.
That's a lot going on.
It is.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is the question
Now,
about the threesome. He's having a threesome. Can she bring somebody in?
let me tell you, my daughter, my baby girl birthday, we go to the club. You might know this club, Josephine in Atlanta. Josephine.
I,
Well, that's the club more for us. They play. Well, we went to for her birthday. He took her to that club because what's his name was performing that night. They do a lot of live performance there at this club. And
I'm gonna look that up. Where is it?
Josephine, I think it's in Atlanta or Decatur.
Okay.
Josephine.
Okay.
And this was just in January, and while we in the club, my oldest daughter came up from New York because she comes down for her sister's birthday. They always got to spend birthdays together. So we go to Josephine, and She brought two girls because she met us there. She brought two girls there with her. She dumped them because she picked up another girl from the club and they took her home with them.
What?
Oh,
What?
so she was a unicorn?
So wait, she took him home to your son?
They took them home, her and my son.
Oh, they took them home. So they
Oh.
Took the girl. No,
So
she
the
dumped the
girl from
two
the club was
girls.
the unicorn.
No, his girlfriend met us at the club because she had to get off of work. When she came from work, she brought two girlfriends, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give your son a good night." She ended up dropping those two girls and picked up another girl that she liked better. She
Oh.
met
Yes,
another
the
girl
girl was at the club was the unicorn. I'm making sure I'm hearing this right.
right. She ended up, saw another girl, and I guess they got to talking. She dismissed the other two, told them they could go home, and they end up taking this other.
So the
Oh
new
my
girl at the club was the.
Yeah.
They
I'm
end
not
up
into that type
taking
of
her
thing,
home.
but
And I'm like, oh my God. And my daughter was recording everything and recording my face because I'm just in shock that I can't believe. I'm like, y'all really opening me up to another world. And I'm trying to stay open.
I'm
But
with Carlita. I ain't sharing
I
mine.
ain't sharing nothing.
No.
yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
and then he gonna tell me one day, maybe you're in daddy. I say, oh hell no, don't put me in daddy in no mess like that, because that shit ain't gonna work.
But leave us out
Okay.
there.
My
All
That's
right.
your
daughter
business
can't
over
live
there.
with me in the house. My daughter can't live because two women can't be in the damn house.
That's right.
That ain't gonna work.
That's right.
You
Yes.
say
That
it,
part
Carlita.
ain't gonna work. And like I
Yes.
tell them, we fine if we get bored. We know how to turn the washing machine on, or a spin cycle is the best damn sex. If y'all never tried it,
There
try
you
it.
go.
Try
Hit
it.
that spin cycle. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh
we don't
my
need no
goodness.
extra. We got the extra, the machine, the washing machine.
She said we have the extra motion. We have that.
Yeah, we got toys. Yeah, we do the toys. Yeah, I bring the
Oh,
toys on and we do all of that.
yes. Well, thank you, Arvana.
Okay,
Thank you, lady. I appreciate you coming up.
no problem.
All righty.
Oh, yeah, she
Hi,
gave
darling
some good
Nikki.
stuff.
Good evening.
Hey. Hello.
I think she's gonna have to come back up.
Okay, all right.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
All right.
Hi. How are
Hi,
you?
honey. Hi, ladies. How are you? I've been
Good.
watching you forever. You as well as you and Sharon. Hi, Sharon, if you're out there.
Hey, Sharon's out there.
Yeah, I know she is. I see her there.
Yes.
So, I mean, the art of love is very, it's been procured over centuries. Let's put it that way. And it's really down to each individual's desires and needs and aspirations and how far you want to take it. As I was saying in my little comments earlier, I mean, you can set the stage for a sensual evening, or you can have a raunchy kind of kinky evening. It depends on the individuals. Yeah.
Right.
But, coming back to what we were saying earlier about the size and the motion and all the rest of it, every woman's autonomy is different. Okay, let's put it that way.
Right.
Every woman's desire and level of wokeness sexually is completely different. So hence the man, and also experience level as well.
Yes.
Juani, I'm believe it or not, I'm actually a year older than you.
Oh,
Okay.
all right now.
2 in August, so there you go.
Yes.
It's a case scenario in your 20s, and I said the age reference because when you're in your 20s, you are, somewhat closed. If a guy says or do certain things, it's like, oh my God, no. When you become in your 30s, you start getting a bit more comfortable with your sexuality, with your body, with your person. You grow into your skin and your nuances and the demands, and you're enlightened in many different facets. Yeah. By the time, for me, by the time you hit like 40, no, not 40, about 38.
Yes.
Oh God. The what do they call it again? The 50 Shades of Gray?
Woo. Woo!
I'm trying to keep it PG. 50 Shades of Grey starts popping up. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're into many different things, and depending on the partner you have, will dictate the openness that you have. If you have a man that is in tune with himself, an alpha male, a man that knows his stuff, knows how to
Mhm.
please, know how to deliver in many different facets. Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing. Not every man understands what sexuality and sensuality entails.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Now, coming back to, I don't know the lady with the glasses. Forgive me by referring to you with the glasses. But
Madisha.
Madisha, so you were saying earlier that not every man knows how to turn you out, something like that, something along those lines. But if you're attracted, and I always say, I'm going to try to keep this very PG. If a
Yes.
man is not beautiful, I can't do the ugly thing. I'm sorry. That if a man does not give me a figurative hard on, I'm sure that YouTube is going to block us for that. Ain't nothing going to happen.
Nothing.
Nothing. Zero. So it comes from the initial superficial attraction. Then you can graduate to the dance of seduction and allure and build it on up until you get comfortable with him, and sky's the limit. Okay. So you have to you have to create an entire evening that is centered around sensuality, sexuality, and gratification, both physical and spiritual. And over time, you can graduate, depending on the comfortability with the partners, you can graduate to a different level. Okay.
I totally agree with everything you said.
Yes.
Totally agree. So okay, so when we were talking about the size, and you're saying that regardless of the size, if it's not what you need, but if all the other elements
Things
are
correctly,
there,
Juani.
yes,
For example, I'll give you an example.
Because with women, we are all about, we're emotional.
That
We're
is
all
correct.
about, yes.
That is
So
correct.
yes.
That is correct. Years ago, there was a scenario where, oh Lord, we have to have this on another forum. How can I delicately say this? There was a cocktail that met another cocktail, and the cocktail wasn't that great. But because the cocktail number one was in love with cocktail number two, the size didn't matter. Okay? So coming back to the love business, if you're madly passionate, let's say the man is beautiful, he's not hugely endowed, then you sort of overlook, and he treats you like a queen and all. It's the individual, and the whole scenario. And if love, which should be, because we're spiritual and physical beings, another thing that a lot of people don't understand: sex is not just sex. Sex is a physicality and a spirituality. So your energy is interchanged with that individual. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're really into a man, you can kind of overlook the sides. Will that last necessarily? No. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all about the person, how you feel, but kink, as you get older as a woman and more comfortable and more sort of knowing what you want and what you don't want.
Right.
The key factor. Who's heard about the terminology of the vanilla sex?
Yes.
Vanilla
heard
sex,
about that.
Does everybody know what vanilla sex is?
No, I'm waiting for you to tell me what it is.
It's not with ice cream.
It's not.
If you're wondering why I'm so prolific, is because I'm a publisher. Okay. Yes, a black woman that's a publisher. Yay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Vanilla sex is where it's missionary, no fellatio, no condolingus, no nothing. It's vanilla.
Yes.
Boring, nothing in between, no frills.
No
Now,
frills.
then you have BDSM. Everybody knows what BDSM is? Okay.
Wait a minute, I'm
Bonnie,
lost.
you don't know what BDSM is?
Okay. Hold up. You're throwing acronyms in now.
Think whips and chains and things of that.
Bondage, sodomy and masochism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we think about it, sometimes we're doing this stuff forever. You know, you throw hot wax on your partner and he loves the shit, and you tie him up and you whip him up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and some of us, I was telling my cousin earlier, I said, oh my God, you know, I'm into erotica. And I was like, oh my God, I've been doing BDSM forever. But anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't know the name for it.
Didn't know the name for it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah. Like
how you've evolved as a woman will dictate what you're comfortable with. And, you know, I remember being 16 years old as a kid, going to my guidance counselor in New York, and I didn't know anything. I was so green. Of course, you're a virgin, you don't know shit. And if you can think, Juani, back in the 80s, 80, 86, 87, 16, 17, you know, you didn't know a thing.
Not
it's
a thing.
not like today with these kids where we didn't have any internet. We had no reference. I remember the only thing we had was Hustler.
Yes.
Hustler, New York, on the newsstand, and football and these little things. But we didn't know anything. We're so green. And I remember going to my counselor and I'm hearing, what is a BJ? And of course I told her the right word, but she told me. I said, isn't that nasty? She said, look, Nikki, it's a case scenario that whatever, I never forgot that. I was only 16. She said, whatever two adults want to do in the privacy of their bedroom, there is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that goes from whether you're into anal, whether you're into conolingus, whether you're into fellatio, whether you're into BDSM, whatever you want to do in your bedroom or the confines of your home and are in a committed relationship, and both of y'all are clean with no diseases, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
So there you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was excellent.
Thank you.
That was excellent, darling Nikki. Now we know where Prince got that song from.
Well, let me give you a joke. No, that's where I got my name from. So as a kid, at 14 years old in 84, when Prince came out, oh my God. When I saw the video of when Dub's crying, he comes out of the bathtub.
Yes.
Holds his hand out, and I was watching it on Soul Train as a kid in New York. I'd never seen a naked man before, and I fell in love with this beautiful boy.
Oh, yes.
That was the end of that. And I went to my grandmother and I said, not knowing that he was so raunchy and so much into sexuality, I said, I have to get this new thing. And of course, being older, she's like, what's the name of this boy? I said, his name is Prince. I said, have you heard of him? No, I don't know who that is, but here's the money. And oh my God, Juani, I flew to the corner store. And did I ever get an education?
I know.
Have you listened to Darling Nikki, the song?
Yes, I have. That's my favorite song.
Yes.
I was laying back on my bed like this.
I was 13. And I didn't know what the hell was masturbating and masturbating in a magazine. And she did all these devices. My body will never be the same. I was like, what? Yes. And because I fell in love with him and had a prolific relationship until today.
Oh my goodness.
With us. That's my pet name, Darling Nikki.
Darling Nikki. She said he wrote that song all about me. He was describing me. And ladies, I had no idea what he was talking about. Oh my goodness.
You know, in my 20s, I then looked it up, the lyrics, and I'm like, oh my God.
I couldn't believe I was saying it.
And I used to be in my room setting the stage with candlelight with a big 20 by 20 poster of this boy, a Prince on the bed. And in my bed with candlelight, the headphones, and a boombox.
Oh my goodness.
Listen to him for hours.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
I know, huh?
Yes.
So did I ever get an education, a sexual education? He was the burgeoning little girl. He educated me prolifically.
Yes, he was. Prince gave us a lesson, didn't he? In everything.
Yes, teach me.
Yeah, girl.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I mean, not only was he beautiful to look at.
Oh my God. Yes, he was.
And he can move. He that little body was moving all over that darn stage. I was like, he didn't do that?
Oh my God. I'm going to say something a bit salacious that might make y'all blush.
What's that?
But I think Prince would have been the perfect sexual partner.
Yes.
Why, Juani? Let's see if you're on the same tone.
Because the way that he moves,
he was in tune.
He was very much in tune with like a female, and it's just like
that's the thing. That's the thing. Listen,
the way he would lick his fingers.
Listen, we need to take this to another platform.
There you go, Jane. Drop mic. That's it.
Oh goodness!
Because you're right, Juani. He would have, because he encompassed both sexes, the female aspect and the masculine. So he would be feminine when needs be, and then he would assert his. Because don't be fooled. He was an alpha male.
Yes.
So, but he encompasses that duality that I can tell you, very, very few men, if maybe 0.1%, has that duality about them.
Yeah.
He would have been amazing, especially if he got Prince when he was comfortable in his skin, like 40s. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. When he used to wear those pants with his butt out. Oh, his butt was so cute.
Get off.
I would be like, just turn around for me. Oh my goodness.
My God. I would lick that boy from ear to ear. Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Janine says I was hotter than the hookers, but that came up.
Oh goodness! I wanted to wear everything he had. I was like, "Oh, I want that blouse he got."
Yes, I mean because he looked good in everything, even with his butt out.
Yes,
he just looked good.
I've never seen, and you have had men. I mean, I love Lenny Kravitz. He's
yes.
However, I have never in my almost 50 odd years ever seen a man that is sexual, that he can wear a friggin' thong and a gold belt around the waist
and make it look good and make you want them all at the same time.
Never.
And high heels.
Never.
I know.
Come on now.
And I said, baby, take off them clothes and just keep that thong and them high heels and just
that eyeliner. That black eyeliner. I was like, what?
It was the hair for me.
Oh, yeah.
It was It was
everything.
It was everything for me.
God, I want to be Apollonia. I was like, how'd she get that close to him?
Now she has her little thing on YouTube here, and she's trying to convince, which is it's a ton of bullshit, that she was never involved sexually with Prince. Who's she trying to fool?
She fooling.
Yeah.
There is no way.
When somebody, what's the name of this white boy that has this channel on YouTube? Vlad.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Right. She said to him, so, you must have been in heaven. Prince was the ultimate sex, sort of encounter, sexual encounter. Oh, no, we didn't get involved like that.
Did she sign an NDA? That's why she said that. I mean, that's what I can think of. Because, ma'am.
I don't think that was a woman Prince was with that he didn't get with.
What?
What? Please. He didn't even have to ask. I would have jumped him.
Juani, she went, we didn't have that type of relationship. Then Vlad went, would you have dated him? No, he wasn't my type. Come on.
This is everybody's type.
Yes.
Yes.
Even what's my boy there? Jamie Foxx said he met Prince at some backstage do. And he said, now I'm not a faggot, but he said, let me tell you something. He said, don't you look in his eyes?
I know.
Why not look?
It's a trap.
Let me tell you something. If you look in his eyes and he had that sexy way of batting his eyes, baby, I'd bend him over right now.
I'd bend him over.
Come on now.
So he just had sex. Prince just exuded. He was sex.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. So they want to know, darling Nikki, what you think about Rick James? Carlita said she always thought he was a super freak.
Rick James was sexual, but I think I love Rick James. I mean, I'm very much into that type of era of music and the duality of mixing sexuality with sensuality and masculinity with the femininity. But Rick James, a lot of his sexuality was exuded and brought out by drugs.
Yes.
Very sexual man, but Rick James did not give me a hard on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody said Rick James freaky will have you in jail.
Well, I think he was a little, I don't know, he was a little too kinky. You know, he like all these little sex toys up the ass and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's more what he was given rather than Prince was given that full-on sultry.
Yes.
But don't be fooled. Prince did go there.
Yes.
We didn't say he didn't.
He had a lot of really core, basic, raw, dirty sexuality. But he could. I remember reading something about him that said he loved virgins because he loved to be the first for everything. He was a beautiful man. I can understand that.
What?
I would have known. I would have been there. Not forever first. Forever. Yes.
He said this. He said he treated the virgins with delicacy and like there were petals, rose petals and all that nice stuff. But the experienced women, he treated them like horse. The quintessential of freaky shit, turn you over, bang you out, lick you up and down and all around and spin you around like Darling Nikki song. So it depends, yet again, as I said, and if you think about your own sexual experiences, ladies, it's all about the person.
Right.
You can have a beautiful man that he does nothing for you. He does not get you turned on.
That's true.
And you can have this guy that's not that cute, but oh my God, the sexuality.
Open up the whole Pandora's box up on you, and you are like
wide open.
And then you can have somebody like Lenny that, yet again, Lenny is pure masculine sexuality. Like, when I saw him the other day at the Grammys, and he was wearing this little halter neck sequence thing, and I'm like, Lenny, what's going on there? Something ain't right with you. And these 4-inch heels, like leave that to Prince. It doesn't work for you. So it all depends on the man and the person and how he can extrapolate the desire and the fire from that. And two, when your previous caller was talking about threesomes and all that stuff, as I said, if a couple is comfortable with themselves, nothing is off limits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to have boundaries and you have to have rules to play the game.
Yes, you do, because that's a dangerous slippery slide of
a very dangerous one
situation. Because when she mentioned it of how she brought the girls there and then they left with somebody completely different. One of the things about sexual essentials that she talks about is about polyamorous relationships. A lot of people don't know how to treat the couples, don't know how to treat, quote unquote, the unicorn, the person that they invite in.
Well, I mean,
so you have to be careful with that, because you can be playing with a lot of people's emotions with that. And I think Stephanie said earlier she wouldn't want to share because you never know what the person can do.
Exactly. I mean, if you want, for example, hypothetically saying, if you're in a solid relationship, ladies, and you want to have a little spice, a little kink, and you're into adventures.
I agree with that. When it is taboo for me, that's a whole nother
clean adventures. Then you can sort of tap into that and
situation.
time deal.
Situation over there. They can have that.
So
You breaking up, Lady O.
it all depends on the state of the relationship. Will dictate
Mm-hmm.
what you do and what you don't do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, Miss Darling Nikki, we thank you, girl. They say you need to be on the panel.
Well,
She does.
Let me know whenever you guys having something you want me. I'll email you, Juani, my information.
Okay.
So I'm in New York. And
I couldn't tell that the accent didn't not.
And as I said, I own a company up here. It's Sky Publishing and Marketing, and we do a whole host of stuff. So yeah, link me anytime that you guys want to do stuff, whether on this platform or off the platform.
Oh, I sure will. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on here, and
my pleasure.
Yes. And make sure you send me your information.
I will do so, ladies. Have a good night and lovely chatting to you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good. Bye-bye.
Darling Nikki. Woo!
I tell you, that's why I love when my girls, y'all come up on here. We have a really good time. We talk about everything. And you see, once again, your girl got educated again because I learned about my girl went all the way crazy with her Kegel balls. And then Darling Nikki came up on here, and that was really good.
Yes. Somebody put on what about Michael Jackson?
I like the Michael, the first Michael, like the in-between Michael.
You like the black Michael?
Yes. I can't with you. I'm not doing this with you, Madisha. We were having a mature conversation. We were up here, and we were, and here you go, taking us back down here again.
Oh goodness!
Oh, she got my side hurt.
Yeah, I like the 80s off the wall Michael Jackson. I like him.
Yeah,
I would have done him, but even then, when they used to have that thing between Prince and Michael Jackson, like who was better, whatever. Y'all know what the raunchiness was. It did it for me. I was there. Yeah, I was definitely team Prince. I went to Prince concert. I didn't go to Michael Jackson's. I went to Prince, and my granddaddy, who was a preacher, he was like, I was so excited. And I used to, y'all remember that song? And they say you play it backwards. He was devil worshiping. Y'all remember that song? You're like, my granddaddy gonna tell me, all right, you going out there and see that boy shaking his butt and stuff. You know when you go in there, they gonna put 3 6s on your forehead.
It don't stay.
You know, I was literally, I think I was 13, 14. I was literally thinking, I'm like, oh my God, are they gonna do that for real? Yeah, girl, I loved me some Prince. Let me see. Used to say, she said when Prince used to come, and when Prince came, when it came to Prince,
ride the white horse.
Right, the white horse. I didn't even know what that was. I'm sorry. There was some parts of me that was a little green.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, and I had to listen to it a couple of times and really get the. Okay, this.
I was much older when I realized what else. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
A lot of them were doing that. So
yes. So yes, you guys, y'all are so funny. Prince was simply beautiful. I love his mind. He was a musical genius. Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was.
He knew how to play everything.
Yes, he did. Oh, and I bet he could.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Give me Jermaine Jackson."
Jermaine Jackson.
Wait. What? Wait. Okay, I'm lost. Wait. Michael Jackson brother? That Jermaine? That
No, but you know what? But she is a little bit older because that's Jermaine.
Jermaine was cute, and I mean he's different now. Back then.
Right now he looked like the guy that's on Captain Planet.
Yeah, he looked plastic. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I can't get the hair.
Yes, that hair thing. Yes.
Like, how does it stay like what is that?
Plastic.
Yes. You said
Yeah.
plastic.
No.
Jeanette is cracking up. She is like, okay, yeah. Thumbs up the live. Yes, thumbs up the live, y'all.
I can't get with it. I can't get with that one.
She said yes. We can't do Jermaine.
It's a no for me.
It's a no. I'm a pass. I don't think you have to fight us for him.
Okay, ain't no fighting going on at all.
All of them look. She said all of them look plastic. Yes. She said he looks weird. Yeah, he does look weird now. Yeah, they all look the same.
He's giving me California raisin.
Oh my God.
That's what he's giving.
Yes, I agree.
She says, what? She can't believe it. She cannot believe it. All right, I'm gonna put the link in here again if you guys want to come up. I thought your darling Nikki, yeah, she's another, she would be definitely another good panelist to have up on here. You know, my mind always going.
It's always turning. I told you this is a great platform for anybody to come up to interact with you. Your Playhouse is a bunch of fun.
Yes.
Oh well, thank you. Thank you very much. I that's how I wanted it to be. Diamond Cavalier. She said, "My Lord."
That visual. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. But you know what? I also had that same experience that Nikki was talking about. I told you guys when the first time I saw how does it feel? What is his name?
D'Angelo.
Oh, and
that video did it for everybody.
Yes, girl.
That bathtub.
I think Stephanie said, "Let it go lower. Let it go lower."
I'm in the TV looking like this.
Yes, because I was like, does he have an arrow on the shoulder?
But that was it. Like, wait. And I looked past that.
Like, do I need to tilt the TV?
Okay. Yo, I was
the right angle for it. Come on now.
Yes,
I was enjoying that sweat. That just that one sweat that was coming down. Oh, I was like, whoa, where's it going?
Pan down. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That video every time, and I don't know why. You know, in my head, I was like, okay, maybe if I look at it on a bigger TV.
Oh my God. Something. Oh my goodness.
That video, even I look at it now.
It will still do something to you because you're watching him tell the story, spin around in the circle, and then when he stops and he's just like he's having that moment, you just like you still looking to see if you can
oh goodness.
Like, come on, cameraman, just work a little bit.
Yes, and I was loving his braids, everything. I was like, oh my goodness, his lips, and he
yes. D'Angelo,
he knew what he was doing when he made that video.
He knew it.
He knew it.
Darling Nikki, what you think about D'Angelo? Now, you know, I know you were screaming about that video. Yes. Everybody was like, darling Nikki said she was awesome. She was. Yes.
Yes, she was.
She said D'Angelo teased us, girl.
He did.
D'Angelo did tease us. You know who else teased us? Well, he didn't tease us like that. It could have been me. But y'all, I thought Charlie Wilson was just sexy when he had those cornrows.
Oh, that's and you know, he's still a sexy man. He's still a sexy man. I don't like him
now. Now he look old.
Yes.
She said he passed that point.
I'm like, he should have kept the cornrows. Right now, I'm like, he look old.
You have those type of moments though, where you like the people you were all into, like then you see them later on down the line, like, no, please go back to wherever you was.
Yes, like when the Isley brother did their thing last year, and they showed Ron Isley. I kept telling Mr. B, I was like, where's Ron Isley? Who is
Like he
that?
right there. Like who is this man?
That's not him. She goes, babe, that is him. I said, no. And
Are you sure?
Singing. I said,
and then I had to go read his age. I'm like, wait a minute, that is him.
Y'all, he looked good.
Yes, he do. Do you see all the women that was in his comment section?
Yes.
Young and old.
Yes. I was like, how you doing, Mr. Biggs?
Oh, Lordy. Come wrap me up in that fur, why don't you?
Oh my God. Yes, please do. Oh my goodness, yes. He did it for me then. I always liked him singing, but I saw him then. I told him, that was the instant Mr. B left the room. Remember he said when he was at the club and everybody else disappeared, Mr. B left the room. It was just me and Ron Isley.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Armada said he is old. Yeah, he is old. Now, he was moving like a little old man. He was. But he was looking sexy. I was like, all right, Mr. Big.
We see you. I ain't mad at Candy. I'm like, I ain't mad at all. That's what you got to look at. I ain't mad at all.
I'm not mad at all. Smokey, she said Smokey Robinson is handsome.
Yeah, to each his own.
See that? Love once again. You know, got no fights over that one. we not feeling none of that. Oh goodness.
Yep.
She said, AI said her mama called those types of men cat daddies. Girl,
oh,
yes.
what?
He can be cat daddy.
Yes.
Woo. She said, yes, cat daddies. Y'all are hilarious. That's amazing. When you get a group of women together, that's what I love, because you never know what somebody's going to say, because we are, whatever comes out, it is what it is. No one takes things at heart, and you just have fun. So I see my Lady O had her drink. What you drinking on?
It's gone now.
Oh. I meant to ask you that earlier because I forgot.
Honestly, it was nothing but a soda. It was Mountain Dew. I just wanted to be cute in the glass. It was nothing
in a fancy glass.
Dollar Tree. That's it. That's all. Okay. That's it. That's because my husband walked by. He said, "Where you get this?" I said, "It is a soda." Even though we got stuff over there, I
still got a little bit. I have to stop drinking.
What are you drinking?
That was rosé.
Oh, you had a rosé.
Yes, ma'am. And water. It was like water when I started getting thirsty. When I started having flashbacks, I had to drink my water.
You was parched at that moment.
Oh my God. She says Jermaine looks like the big dude that played in the Addams Family. Oh my God. Lurch. No, he don't look as bad. He don't look like Lurch.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
No.
Somebody said Al Green back in the day. Love and happiness.
Oh yes.
No. I have a girlfriend. She loved her some Al Green, but that was in the same time I like Uncle Charlie too with the cornrows. But I don't.
Yeah.
You said it was that season is fast.
Even though he was older than me, Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah, I don't know, because I saw him a little different. Because when recently when I went back and watched some videos, and I was like, man, he was sexy. I see him and them would want to throw up their panties up there on the stage, so I understood. Yeah,
you understood it then?
Yeah, I understood, but I wouldn't do it. I just understood.
Oh, you said I was not gonna do it.
They didn't have no prints. You see, they didn't have no prints. It was that was their sexy,
Yeah, between him and Marvin Gaye. Now, I thought Marvin Gaye was kind of.
He was.
Like during the latter years. Okay, see, look at that. You see that look in Lady O's eyes? You can tell that she lost right there. That's that millennial look. She was like, all right,
no, I know everything you talking about. I'm reading the comments all at the same time. I literally know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Like I said, in my household, my mom played everything. There was nothing that was off limits. But her favorite, of course, the era she lived off some Tony Braxton. So I know all that, Anita Baker, the whole nine. Now, see, she wasn't a blues player, but my aunt is where I got the everything else from. The stuff like that. But Betty Wright, stuff like that. I know about all of that. I know about all the aspects of it. I'm not lost now. It's some of them. If you go ask them, like my niece who's 17, she knows nothing about what you were talking about at this present time. Nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeanette said it was D'Angelo. It's D'Angelo for me also, ladies, because honey, girl.
Yes.
Yes, girl. That's all D'Angelo would have to do was to be up in my bathroom standing up.
Put it around in that little circle.
Put it around.
and just that one sweat just falling down.
Girl, girl, he'll be so freaking dizzy. I just keep spinning him around.
Like I'm tired. No, don't stop.
Don't stop. She said Teddy. And Marvin Gaye. Yes. Marvin Gaye. Yes. Teddy.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he had some sex appeal.
Yes.
I like his voice.
Yes. He had them throwing them panties at. Yes, he did. Juani, do you be on every Friday? Yes, I'm gonna come on every Friday. Next Friday, I'm doing the wine tasting, but it's going to be something similar to this. I'm going to put out the wine list tomorrow because I took some of your suggestions. I got some wines already. And then I took some of your suggestions from when I asked on the community tab. So I'm going to do that. And then my girlfriends, they're going to come over. So they're going to be a part of this. And then we're going to have you all over on here too. So it's going to be fun. They're traveling now. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, we will definitely be back here next Friday at 8:00. It's going to be fun. So I hope you guys join us. I'm going to go ahead and I guess we'll get ready to start closing out. I want to thank all of you, my beautiful panelists, for first agreeing to come on here and be with me and be a part of this topic. I think once again, it was very enlightening.
Yes, I got to meet Lady O.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
Because I took her notes.
Yes, girl.
I remember.
Girl, they on that. The girl they sent around the who was
the list? I know somebody's sitting around the list.
Yes,
I actually went back and watched the live afterwards and was cracking up the whole entire time.
Yes,
was so funny. And if you guys haven't seen that, the Galentine, it was the Galentine. Was it the Galentine? It was the pajama party.
The pajama party.
Yes,
it was the pajama party. You guys need to go and see it. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was funny and fun. So yeah, I'll be here next Friday. Thank you, ladies, once again. Thank all of you guys who joined us tonight. Y'all made my day. I look forward to Fridays because this week was a hard week, just like my girl Lady O said, and Madisha. She said it earlier. I got to chat with her beforehand. So this definitely made my day, and I am looking forward to the next one. You will definitely see Lady O again with Mr. O because again I got some stuff going on in my head right here.
Okay,
I got you, girl. I got you. You see, I have my pen and stuff right here. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Because he's been tiptoeing in, listening in, on and off. So he's been cracking up, saying stuff off over in the corner. So it's been hilarious.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm also planning the next couples retreat. I'm planning it for June. I think I'm gonna want you and the Mister in that one. So I'm gonna send you the details on the date. So the next couples retreat is coming up. It's gonna be June. I haven't did the date. I just said that, girl. I wasn't even drinking no alcohol. This was water. So
you're like me. You don't need anything. It's just
exactly. Yes, Big Mama, you missed it. But thank you for coming. You missed it. So, guys, that is it. Thank you all again. I will see you next Friday at 8 o'clock for the wine tasting. Hope you guys join me and my girls, and y'all will get to see my crew, and my crew will get to see you guys. So I'll see you next week. Bye,
right.
ladies. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.